All right, good morning, everyone. Looks like we were having a little bit of issues with the streaming software, but it looks like I got it back on track. So to start off here, we're an airport CEO. We're continuing on the Space Coast airport that we built last week, and basically, I did do some stuff that sadly you weren't able to see because I was having issues with the stream software. So let's start here. I put a medium stand in. I started my 90-degree turn here on the terminal building. I measured it out, realized that I was not symmetrical, and added this road here. Got my contractors in there to work on it, deleted a little piece of this road. And we're going to start building this wing, this north wing of the airport here. And I'm planning on putting in a crosswind runway. We'll see if the crosswind runway actually goes in, if they collide with each other. We don't specifically know what we're going to have going on, but what we're going to do is try our best and make sure that we can try to build this as large as possible and try to play with some of the other tools that the game has to offer. We've also taken away parts of this baggage claim belt here. I haven't seen the area working, so we're going to take away that, and that'll add for a little walled-in secure area here so we can work with this gate area. So I put it on pause as I was getting the stream software to start working. Now that it is working, let's go ahead and go up to max speed and see if we can get some of this stuff built and play around with some of the features. Now the goal here is with this road, as I counted it out, and I should be able to stack the car drop-offs and the bus stops right up against the building, so that'll cause a better access. Put about 3 of them here, as well as let's fill up the rest of the areas with car drop-offs, because this is going to be a big area, theoretically, of people coming and going and catching their planes and getting out of the Space Coast area or coming to visit the Space Coast area. I mean, realistically, with the shuttle program shut down, who knows if anyone really does visit this area anymore anyway. So we'll look into it here. Looks like I still have my contracts going for my store. Looks like they're all sold out, as well as for my food court area. So, and apparently all my flights are being delayed, and they're delayed because of windy conditions. I would like to think that if I do put in a crosswind runway, I had flights delayed due to windy conditions, and then now they're all being delayed because of the fact that there's someone at the gate. And something was broken. Let's locate the broken item. A lot of errors going on right now. Okay. So our gates are occupied. That's causing a little bit of a slowdown. Maybe I need a better holding area. I'll work on that once I get all these stands in here and see if we can't try to work on our efficiency, because we're going to lose a lot of money because these contracts are not going to be completed in time because of the delays here. Sorry. So in this area, what we're going to do is we're going to plan a taxiway, like a ramp area back here, more than we did before. We'll connect, keep hitting the rotate button. We'll put more of a straight taxiway across the back here. I'm going to try to put a parallel runway, or crosswind runway, right at the back side here. And we'll try to extend this out and see if we can't get them to be intersecting runways. Don't know if that's a possibility, but okay. We'll find out. Our baggage claim area is put together. Sorry. I have a little bit of a cough today. Our baggage claim area does appear to be put together here. Whether any bags are actually being put on there, that's a completely different story. It would appear so, but at the same time, it doesn't look like it's actually working. Alright, so let's get this gate set up now with a wall. We'll just bring our terminal wall to where the terminal wall is going to be inside. So it's going to be down. It's down 5. So that's 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually going to be down to here, and then cut over to, and then cut over to here. That should just mark out the area. Let's go ahead and do this, and then what we'll also do is remove this wall here. And then once we put that wall down the entire side, we'll put it in a secure area, and we'll set it up for a different security. And then once we get that different security area, we'll be able to hook this gate up. Maybe put in the parallel runway, get some different stuff going. And we can also, if I can get through all these flights that are being delayed, delete that portion there. Okay. So keep with the same thing. The only difference is now we don't have a defined terminal area. Now I have more of like a terminal A down here and a terminal B back here. I guess in a future build I could try to do the build where we'll put the terminal up front and then we'll build individual gates off the backside, meaning that we'll just have one secure terminal area and airplanes on either side of it, kind of like at the traditional airports you see in a lot of places. And I mean, I could start deleting and moving some stuff around here too as well to make that work, but I'd probably much rather start a whole completely different airport and see if we can't get that set up. I believe there's a way to set this up to auto delay flights. Let me see if I can find that in the menus here. Is that way I'm not constantly answering questions about whether or not I should delay a flight. I don't know if it's easy to find. That's the problem. I haven't quite figured out where everything is, how easy it is to find these things. Airport staff jobs, the board, applicant staff. Nope, not in that. Definitely won't be within the applicants. Maybe it'll be within operations. Here we go. Airport catering services, cleaning services, de-icing, baggage handling system disabled. Baggage area and a baggage bay. Okay, so I turned it on. So now it's on. Let's see if that actually works. And always accept GA. Swore there was an option in here to aircraft catering. Those are coming soon. There was an option to allow us to basically just automatically delay flights or do something specific with that instead of me constantly having to click on that. I don't see it here. And there's lights on, lights off. Let's oh, wait a minute. Talking more about daylight. I got it now. Should have just left that alone. I don't know why I'm fidgeting with it. I thought that might increase our operations hours, but it would not. It's actually the exact opposite. So, yeah, I got to read before I start clicking on stuff. Okay. So this terminal area is now built. Let's make it into a secure area. Clicking and dragging here. There we go. And I need to de-zone this area. I wonder if I put it on baggage claim. If I can control click, I could de-zone that area. No, I'd have to completely right click on the baggage area, clear baggage bay, no, delete room, and then reconnect the room since I made the room a little bit smaller. I guess I should extend it out to there at least, and now I can connect to the baggage bay, connect it, and we'll probably have to go back into the options and operations. Nope, baggage handling system is still on. So let's build the baggage bay. Nope. Baggage belts, overground belts. Let's just add a couple more. Oh, wait a minute. I actually got to look and see which direction these are going. I got to zoom in and there you go. So what we'll do is we'll build it out here too, and then we'll turn it around and build it this way too. This turn right here, I don't understand. It should turn back onto itself. The ultimate goal. It looks like we do have some people waiting on bags here now, and we actually have bags in the area. So it does look like it's working. The question is it actually going in and out as it's supposed to? It looks like it is going in there, showing up here. Let's see if the trucks actually show up. Let me get out of that option. Okay, so the baggage bay turnstile is there. Now I'm just interested to see if this thing works. I know we're trying to work on a second wing. We're probably killing a lot of money while messing around with this. Let's go to the flight planner because we're on Friday, and we're kind of short on flights. So let's go secure some contracts so we can get some of these smaller flights in here, even though we have a lot of delays. Looking for cheap, and normally that's all light class. 6 light class, let's do that one. Cheap, 7 light class, let's do that one. And Maple, 6 light class, let's do that one. All of them need to be completed within a few days. We should be able to knock that out easily because we have plenty of terminals to make this happen. So let's just start dragging these Maple flights here. We want to keep these gates going. It's the medium stand. It's the top medium stand there that we want to clear all flights off of. So as we get to a day where we have less flights going on, we should be good. Okay, so let's go to Saturday and start scheduling some of these flights from the newest contract that I picked up. Newest contracts that I picked up. And we'll just get these flights in here so that way we have a little bit more income coming in. We can continue to make income, and we can continue to have our airport grow. Maybe I need to have an extra gate assigned that has nothing coming in. That way I have something to offload some of these delays. Because I'm getting a lot of delays right now. Whether it's wind or whether we're just behind, I don't know. Still new to the game. It's still in alpha, so there might be some glitches, or it might just be that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to hedge on the bet that it's probably that I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to struggle through it, and hopefully we'll continue to make some money, or we'll fail trying to make some money. All right. So we're pretty much booked up here. We'll go into Sunday and put a few of these last flights on Sunday. I think this will cause this contract to be rejected, though, or we won't succeed at it just because I believe those flights need to be done within 2 days. So we've kind of we picked up a little more than we needed to. Contract negotiations. Well, there's a lot of successful contracts, so we're still successfully negating contracts. So airport schedule or weather panel, we know what our weather's like. So, okay, so bags are showing up, but I'm not seeing the baggage vehicle actually going there. I don't know if I have to assign a baggage vehicle. Wait a minute. Open it. Alright. Okay, so I don't see the baggage vehicle actually in the baggage queue. So does that mean, or in the vehicle bay, does that mean that I don't have one, or does that mean that it's out being used? Because once the fuel truck was gone, I mean, bags are disappearing and coming back. And I rotated the thing again. Let's see. Let me just grab myself an extra vehicle. So I'm going to order another crafter service vehicle. I swore I had one, but it does not appear that I do have one. Okay. Let's work on this area. So we have a whole other area to come into here now. Let's put some shelters over our bus areas and work on getting this stuff all situated. So many delayed flights. My airport is running at a fairly poor efficiency right now. So we need to figure out exactly what we need to do to make this run a little bit more efficient or just better in general. Because the problem that we have now is that we're just running everyone late, and if we run everyone late, we're going to get jammed up So what I'll probably do is I'll probably open up, once I finally do open up this terminal area, I won't assign any aircraft to it and see how that works out. So we've done all that stuff. Now we just need to go to a door, which I guess would be in the structures area. Let's put a couple large doors here at the end of this terminal, and then another one here, just for the sake of having doors that lead in this area. Even though this is an open area, you can go back through here. Realistically, I probably should have took this baggage claim. Yeah, well, better look for setting this up in the future, I guess. Okay, so we are using the bags, because there's the baggage vehicle with the bags on it. So, and there's the other baggage vehicle. So I have 2 baggage claim vehicles now, and they do appear to be working properly. I wonder if I go to infrastructure, I go to small runway, it's 100,000. Oh, but see, so I can't overlap them. I can overlap them here. Just not so much here, but what I can do instead, put that there, and it did change the number. I like that. The fact that it is now runway 927 is pretty interesting. So putting the extra runway in, let's put our taxiway foundation asphalt. And we can take this all the way to the end of the runway here. Make our taxiway nodes straight down, and here I can do set a holding point, and we'll turn it around the other way. There we go. Runway ahead. So what this will do now is now I'll have another taxiway, and I want to make another one parallel to this. A little bit of lag, a little bit of slowdown. So what we'll do is we'll parallel this, and we'll have a taxiway parallel on the second runway here. And we should be able to extend them across each other. We'll see if we can actually get... Okay, so now let's upgrade this. Upgrade to asphalt, $60,000. There we go. And let's open the runway. Alright, so I have a second runway now. More of a crosswind runway. We'll see if that actually works. Let's do a taxiway foundation, and we'll build our taxiway the length of the runway. And then a 5x6 there. So that'll give us full-length taxi in here. Nope. A little bit of slowdown. I do have a new graphics card on the way. Will be here on Wednesday. So I'll probably play on Wednesday just to mess around with my new graphics card. But hopefully that'll help out some of this lag I'm getting while streaming this game. I got a lot of moving parts, so it'll slow down and it'll basically crawl for a little bit. Okay, so the goal here is to stack this gate area back here in the back. Should be able to see my pointer because it has a little flashlight on it now. But across the back of the airport here, stack those up with gates. And then what we'll do is we'll connect all the taxiways to each other and then have one out. And then that should give us the ability to hold people back here in the back. Not so much like this one, but a little bit more like this, where we'll connect them all down to one main throughway. I'll put a taxiway hold point in the middle of that, and then have an exit, or I'll probably put a taxiway hold point on either side, and then a taxiway hold point to go to the main taxiway, which is here. So, we just don't have the Pappies on this runway yet, but that's fine. So, I get a pretty decent amount of lag here on this. Maybe it's trying to animate too many people, and I may have to upgrade my graphics card before I continue to mess around with this many people on it. Currently only have a 865 upgrading to the 1080 Ti. Oh, I don't know how I got to that. Oh, I was in the search window. Okay, so go to items. Let's get a large or regular security checkpoint, and let's see if we cannot be placed on walls, but I can place it inside. So to clear this area out, to be able to put a security checkpoint in here, I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 blocks to lead it on this wall. Definitely a lot of people animating. Definitely a big slowdown to my system. This may be a limiting factor to my ability to be able to stream this game, as these guys at the gates, especially with these bigger airplanes, it's only going to get slower and slower as it tries to animate more and more people. Maybe if I slow the speed down, that might help out a little bit. It seems like it did. So, well, a little bit is basically all I can say. Still lagging up pretty good. Okay, so I know we need to bulldoze an 8 spot to make these gates work. So let's go 1, 2. Well, it counts for me. You guys don't have to listen to me count. And we're gonna put 3 security stations in here, 1 on either side, and then 1 in the middle. Middle's well, it's not a real term because I'm not going to measure it out and make it in the middle. I'm just going to go right to where I think the middle is, or area close to the middle, and just delete 8 blocks there. All right, cool. So let's put in our security checkpoints once this all gets deleted out. I may have miscounted. I think I need 9. It looks like I need more than 8. Looks like I need 10. So that's a bad call on my behalf. So now we got to delete more wall. All right, and well, I'll eventually get it all figured out. The game, that is. All right. So, my God, so many delayed flights. I think the next one that pops up, I'm going to click no on it and see exactly what happens. Hopefully it's not one of our major flights that we have a contract on. If it is, then boy, am I going to be in trouble. We got a lot of people waiting around. We need to get more janitorial staff in here. It's looking pretty horrible. Let's go to our applicants and hire more janitors. Hire. Let's get some more janitors in here. I think I've researched most of everything. There's some more stuff in the research tree as far as no. I don't know what that does, but we'll find out. So let's go back into here and see. Okay, I'll delay that one. So we'll go in here, we'll look at our... Gotta find the page. Procurement is the page there, right? Okay, that's unlocked. We can unlock travel document scanner, we can unlock that. And we pretty much used up the majority of our money now. But we're making money pretty quick, so we should be able to make it back. Stop rotating. There we go. So we should be able to get it back. Within a reasonable amount of time, that is. Alright, so our security checkpoint, 10,000. We can put 1 security checkpoint in right now. There it is. We're going to need to hire more security personnel, I'm willing to bet. And it really needs a system to tell you how much you have of each kind of employee without having to go through the menus over here. I can go to employees, look at my staff, and know that I have, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 janitors working, or 7. 7 janitors working. Airport staff, I have a lot of airport staff working. I have a lot of airport staff working. Security. Don't have that much security working. Only have 1 service technician. I probably need to get more service technicians. Ramp agents. So I'm not keeping good tabs on this stuff. I'm basically just hiring as I need people, not hiring to fit a need. So who knows specifically what the heck is going on. But it does look like it is a little bit cleaner in here. We just have way too many people boarding these planes to where we don't even have enough seating for them. So seating does seem to be an issue now that we've got all these extra flights coming in on these terminals. So I've taken this small airport. Now it's about as jam-packed as, let's say, O'Hare or Kennedy, with people just fighting for seats. I've started to click yes on these because I don't know what kind of damage I did by clicking no. Yeah, a lot of delayed flights. I think this one completely. Can I reschedule flights? It doesn't look like I have that ability. Okay, so we're going into Sunday, and our small stands are going to take a hit. I will have one medium stand pretty much open. I'm going to keep that one medium stand open. I think Sunday we're just going to take a break and try to get caught up on these flights, because I'm tired of clicking, hey, do you want this flight delayed or not? And it'll help us clean up the airport a little bit, because we've got a little too big. Oh, well, that might be what's happening too, is we're stacking airplanes up right here, holding short of the runway. Rotated the map again. But the good news is I do have the parallel runway. I have a bunch of people standing on the taxiway. That's probably not safe. Oh, and I have a stack of airplanes sitting here. So by clicking yes to that, it stacked a bunch of airplanes up. So we're going to play a little bit of catch up here. We're going to let these airplanes keep coming in. Now that they're on the ground, they should work. Start delaying a few flights, but not all of them. We're just going to watch this work for a second, because the big thing is we need to try to clean this area out. I'm not going to make enough money. Well, let me go ahead and put in my security checkpoints in the rest of these areas. Okay, well, that's confusing. Maybe that one was just done improperly, and that's why. Because now I have gaps on either side of it, and that one fits perfectly. I did something wrong here. I don't know what it was, but it was something wrong nonetheless. So let's go ahead and build a wall here and here. All right. And we can also do our security exits, the secure zone exits. And we'll make them near the doors. So we can put one here and another one there. And then on the other side of these, what we can do is we can put some bathrooms, and be kind of like the airports that I'm used to, you know, bathrooms that are normally located in one consolidated area. Let's build our queue out here a little bit so we can queue up people for this security zone. There we go. And we can start putting in some more of these. Too bad we haven't got to the point where we can do... Why is there so many people inside of here? And how did these people get inside of here? You can only go out on the terminal to get inside of here. Seems like I may have broken this completely. And who knows exactly how I'm going to be able to fix it. Still got a stack of airplanes here. They're waiting... They're waiting to get in the ramp, or to the ramp, but it looks like only specific ramps, because you would think that you could or put this guy in a different stand. I guess they've been calling them stands. Seems like I would be able to put this guy into a different stand instead of just have them all stacked up here. Are they all just waiting for this south stand? I mean, we don't know, because it's not very specific. Let's see here. How about our jets parked up here? I got quite a few airplanes parked up here. So I may have just broken it. Broke the airport just by having all these flights too close together. Maybe I need to put bigger gaps in there to accommodate for delays that are happening. Because I have tons of delays. And those guys may all be VFRs waiting to come inbound. As I keep saying VFRs. They may all just be general aviation flights waiting to come in and come to the general aviation area down here. I don't know. All right, so that's broke. That's not good, because all of our people here need to sit down. Let's Let's order another service technician and see if we can't get that taken care of. Not so much franchise staff. Let's go to service technicians and we'll hire a couple of service technicians to help out and hopefully get some of this stuff all back in working order. Maybe we need more ramp personnel. Let's see if hiring more ramp personnel helps out. Oh wait, nope, applicants. Tell you what I need is a better following so I can get more information about what I'm doing wrong here, what I'm doing right, what needs to be fixed. Why the heck do I have passengers standing in my baggage belt area? Does this area need to be a baggage area? I think it does need to be a baggage area in order for this thing to connect. I honestly don't know. I mean, this I could read more about the game, which would probably be the best thing to do, but yep, still got to stack airplanes there. We're past our time. Looks like everyone's departing runway 9, or runway 9er. We still have a stack there at the end. Thank goodness there's no collision. It looks like they are emptying out this backlog as gates do become available. Oh my goodness. We just need better holding areas, I believe, because all these guys are holding here. Well, this guy kind of held himself in a spot that's not really a hold area. That's new. Let's play with this thing. Toggle zones, toggle rooms, toggle conveyor belts. So we can see all that. Toggle queues. We don't really have any massive queues. We can play around with these queues again. Right, build queue. Build queue. There we go. I'm just going to build queues for all these things, and then let's put some doors up for the exits. And at least there I have this area secure. And what I can do is... Oh. Alright. Continue building my queue. Alright, let's get some doors in here. And then what I'll do is I'll connect this gate up. I'll open it up. I think I'm going to open it up to GA. I want to see if any GA jets come in. That would be new to me. As far as in this game, I mean, obviously there are GA jets out there, but most of them are corporate jets, unless you're talking about the really rich people that have the big Boeing business jet. All right, so we need infrastructure, taxiway foundation, asphalt. Okay, so it needs to be by 5. And then we'll go with another 5. And what I'll do is I'll take this. So this will be the end. This whole area here will be the ramp area, so to speak. What we could do... Now I'll also take a node on this side. We'll connect it there as well. So I'll have a straight in here. I'll come straight in here. I'll have a straight line here, and then I'll have all these things crisscross back and forth. And that should be the optimal word here, give me a better control of this area. so, and then I could take right here in the middle up to 5, right? So it's side, side. Well, we can work on that. Just having this as a straight line may help out as well. But we'll put a holding point here, and we'll put it the other way around. Put a holding point here. Let's turn it around. There we go. All right. So let's open this up. Only the general aviation. Let's see if we can actually open stand. Toggle general aviation. I'm trying to toggle general aviation. It's not quite working. But we can connect the baggage thing, right? Or no, is that baggage bay? Upgrades, demolish. Close stand. Is it because it doesn't have any connections? Alright, well, let's start repairing this stuff. Maybe that might be causing some issues here. Repair, repair. I'm guessing it doesn't give you the option to connect it to for general aviation because the game doesn't have general aviation as larger aircraft at this point. Alright, so let's repair all this stuff up. Repair. Repair. Repair this runway up here. Okay. So we've kind of built this simple structure, but we can't do anything with it because we just don't have... I mean, I have to connect it up to a bunch of desks and stuff along those lines to be able to get it to work. And it doesn't look like there's any general aviation that you can do there because it's completely red, meaning that it can't be slid. But like if you look at the smaller gates, you can slide those, general aviation or not. So we still have a big stack of aircraft down here. Have a lot of aircraft waiting. Let's try to complete out a lot of these contracts, then we'll sit back and we'll look and see what we're doing. Our inbox, we have our trail scanner. So let's just scan trails. I'm guessing it's a trail of where the people have been. It doesn't look like that. Okay, well, we got our gate set up here. Let's see if I can actually get some more check-in desk situated. And we can kind of put 2 check-in desks. Let's put a boarding desk here. And let's get some gate seating going. And now that we know that gate seating is a big ordeal, let's try to put as much as we can in here. Well, it's kind of catty-cornered, but it'll work for now. Let's put some plants in here to... dang it. Bulldoze those plants there. We don't want those there. All right. Okay, so we have this area being set up. It's going to be a little bit more like a gate. Let's put another restroom in this area. It's going to be a little bit further down, but it should be a pretty decently sized area as long as I can get through all these airplanes that keep getting delayed. Actually, what I'll do is I'll make it a little bit wider out here. So we'll do the wall like that, and then it'll now allow us to make this whole entire area a bathroom. And it doesn't ask us to make specific male or female bathrooms, but I can draw a line through the middle of it here just so I can make it seem a little bit more realistic with one for one and one for the other. And let's see if this works here. Okay, so let's put some toilets in here. Oh, I'll jump around too much. Let's put some urinals in here now. And then we'll put some sinks along the wall here. What we can do now is we can do the other one, but we'll just have no urinals in it. So there you go. Male and female restrooms. You can tell the frustration and every time the mouse slips. And I end up plopping something down somewhere where it doesn't belong. Maybe we need to turn the mouse sensitivity down. Okay. Well, all right. Use my money up, so let's continue to sit around and see what we can do here. So now that I have this, I can connect it to a stand, which will be this stand. And maybe I can open it now? Open stand. Alright, cool. But here's the bigger question is, can I connect... I guess while it's active, I can't connect it to anything, because it doesn't look like I can connect that to anything. So somewhere I'm going to have to put in another baggage stand to be able to utilize this as having baggage to it, it looks like. Or I need to shut this stand down completely. I deactivate it. Now can I start connecting stuff to it? Doesn't look that way. So let's make it active again. How are my flights looking like? Oh my goodness. Yep, nope, there's still tons of them stacked up. We haven't quite made it through the backlog, so let's try to get through the backlog here. I'm pretty sure I have, yep, lost one contract there. Gained a couple, or successfully completed a couple contracts. Looks like we actually need queues for these stands. Or is that just security? It can't be security because they're standing in the wrong way. Or is this thing just broke? I don't see people going through security. At least people are in line for this one security point, which doesn't have anyone working in it. Why would they be at that security point when there's another... Okay, well, I mean, it seems just about right that the one area that doesn't have any security people in it would be the one area where people would all be standing. So let's go to employees, and we're going to pick up some more security people, because apparently that's a shortfall that we have currently. And, you know, only hire the quality security people that cost us the least amount of money. So, hire all these people. And hopefully that may allow us to open up some of these gates, because that's an issue that we're having now, is we just don't have the gates for these people. How's my runway looking up here? Okay, so I'm down to only about 2 airplanes holding out up here. We're going to work through this backlog and try to set this thing up a little bit better, because this is a headache with all these airplanes that are sitting here. I mean, I got 3 of them stacked up down here. Stop rotating the map. Okay, let's do a full circle. All right, so I got 3 of them stacked up there. I got 2 of them were stacked up over here. Still got, well, it looks like 2 stacked up right there. And then I got about 4 of them stacked up here. Make that 5 of them were stacked up here. But, you know, we're finishing up the backlog. Got too many. So we're going to put some more gaps in between these flights. And by putting these gaps in between these flights, hopefully being the key word, we will get a little bit more efficient. I mean, I do have dual runways now, so having dual runways should help out a lot. You know, we got a capacity issue, and we need to think about what we need to do with this capacity, or what's causing the backlog. the backlog is possibly being caused by not enough gates, not enough time for turnarounds. These guys aren't all Southwest. They're not going to turn around in a second or two. So, you know, we don't know what's causing the backlog to happen. All right. So we'll just continue to follow along and see what happens here. I really wish I could connect this to a baggage, or to this baggage bay. I guess. No, it's baggage bay requirements fulfillment. Maybe if I increase ramp agents? No, that didn't seem to do anything. And that might be another issue too, is we might not have enough ramp agents to see. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ramps, plus 3 people inside of the baggage claim. So if I look at my ramp ages, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we really don't have that many ramp agents, so that might be a problem as well. So let's go ahead and hire some more ramp agents and see if we can't try to get this stuff start moving along a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Get some cheaper ramp agents in here. I can't go for broke right now. All right. Yeah, trying to sort through the backlog is the hardest part right now. I think I have every single flight delayed. I'm going into Monday with only 3 flights scheduled. And then Wednesday I have 0 flights scheduled. So Wednesday I should be able to connect up my stand. But at the same time, I don't want to get any contracts, because if I get into a contract, they might not be able to actually fulfill it in time, because it's going to be like a 3 or 4 day contract. And I need only about, well, I needed a 5-day contract if I was going to set it up right now to have it fit into those spots. Problem is, I just need to find out what I need to do about getting this baggage bay connected, because it is currently on the same road, it's on that same line, and is this baggage bay limited by the amount of things that it can connect to? Let's see if there's anything in the notes that says anything about it specifically. Well, see, the baggage bay, at least 2 ramp agents to function. So it doesn't actually specifically say that it carries a certain amount of bags, or it doesn't carry a certain amount of bags. So we can look into the procurement and see specifically, because we have handling service, baggage handling service to construction of baggage bills, cargo bays, and scanners. All right, and then scanner, airports, defense, and it's contraband. And then like a diversion belt. Like, do I really have to set this stuff up? Or is there, you know, items that get added as it gets unlocked? This one requires $50,000 to unlock, and so does this one, so I don't have that. And those are the only 2 things I don't have currently, other than Mind Reader, which is $100,000, which I also don't have. Allows you to track and review in real time where the targeted person has been. Okay, so that is supposed to tell me where these guys have been, but if I click on them specifically, this guy in the blue here, okay, it does give me a trail, but only if after I click on them. So now I just have to continue to watch the trail where he's going to go. So let's look at this business woman and see where she's going. She's just going to go stand around. And now she's going to, now she found a seat. Let's see where this gentleman just got done using the restroom. Let's follow him around like a creeper. And he's going to the gate area. And he's done with the gate area. He found a seat. Oh, well. It looks like pretty much that's all that's going on right now with anyone that you click on. Is there... I'm having a hard time clicking on these guys. Is they're either going to the gate area and going to go find a seat. You got the restaurant here. It's not really a restaurant. It's more of a quick stop. But the question is why are we not using this security checkpoint here? It's here. It's actually closer to a lot of these things, but no one's utilizing it. And I don't know why. Is it because the queue is so long? Or is it because they all want to go to the main queue here? They're not even in the right queue. They're just kind of standing there. This is not making sense to me. Well, that's an employee anyway. Oh my goodness, let me get out of here. These people are not happy at all. And I mean, it's understood because they're trying to only go through one security area. Can I close the security area? Deactivate that security area. Wait. So you're saying that I need to connect these? This is something that I was unaware of. So now, do I need to... operate it and cannot process. Alright, this security checkpoint is not operated and cannot process persons. Why can it not process persons? Does it need people? Well, there's a guy there. So why is this security checkpoint the only security checkpoint that can actually process people through? This is concerning because it's showing that this area has connections to all these different gates and terminal areas. It's not operated. I have people standing there. I have a queue. I have it connected to stuff. So why is it not working? This is concerning. So the only security checkpoint that is operational is the one down here to the bottom. And now this one is not operated and cannot process persons. Sense the frustration. Let's close it to passengers. Let's only make it for employees. And then let's make this one for passengers only. So no employees can go through here. So let's see if this works or if we just basically have no one going through security at all. We're still working through our backlog of airplanes. I got 2 stacked up down here. I got about 3 stacked up down here. And about 2 of them stacked up here. And I'm done delaying flights as well. They're all just going to come in here, hold on the ground, and we'll see if they get in. So I don't know how these people are going to make it through security because, well, needless to say, yeah, we're not delaying any more of these people. People don't want to go through the security checkpoints that are laid out here, so I don't get it. It's toggle zones. No, that's toggle queues. Toggle zones. I have security checkpoints. They are manned. They are operational. Why don't people utilize them? Then if I open this up to passengers, does it mean it's going to start? It doesn't make sense. Is it because I haven't clicked airport staff? It's not asking me how many staff I want to put into this checkpoint. Is it because I haven't unlocked the technology for it yet? I thought I did unlock all the technology. So there's a little bit of concern in this. Just trying to figure out specifically what they are looking for. Oh wow, I just put green trails all over everybody now. Because how am I possibly going to get someone from... Like, this security checkpoint is so backlogged, but people are going through it, so whatever. But how am I going to get them to these larger security checkpoints that should be operational? They have staff there. See, there's a guy. Or a girl, sorry. She's working. Rather old, but she's working. This security gate. So how do I assign these people? Because I got tons of people. I mean, this has got 3 people working it. And it's still looking as if it doesn't have anyone working at it. So if I deactivate all these, let's free up all the security personnel that would be working at these. And let's see if them going down to the south helps out and actually opens up the other security checkpoint. So now I actually got 2 people here, and there's a third. Do I need like 4 or 5 before it'll actually become a legitimate security checkpoint? We'll find out. And that might be the problem, is it might be a staffing issue, not delaying any more airplanes. So here I got 4 people standing at this security checkpoint. Or I could read the tooltip. That's something that may help me understand this. Requires 4 security staff to run. Well, there's 4 security staff there. So why isn't this one running? Oh, it is running now. Okay, so the key point here is this one needs, or, well, we can have as many as we... Oh, we can staff it with 1, and that's the max now, apparently. So we staffed the small one with 1. We staffed the larger one with 4. So we need 4 security personnel for each individual booth now. Okay. So now that we've figured this out, this makes it a little bit easier. Let's check on our backlog here. We're not... Alright, so runway 927 is cleared their backlog, and we only got 1 backlog here. And if I look at my flight planner, we're coming up on the last... Okay, we still got 1 more day with actual flights. So let's go into Tuesday now, and what we'll do is we'll try to schedule a little bit of a lighter flight load, space them out a little bit. Let's try not to jam-pack them in there. Well, it might help if I actually click on the contracts page. Okay. Cheap contracts, 5 daily light flights, sign and done. Sign and done. Let's stay on the contracts page. Done. Sign and done. Okay. Right. So what I'll do is I'll schedule some early in the morning ones here on Tuesday, not on today. All right, let's get some of these scheduled in here. We'll just offset them a little bit. I mean, it's not a big offset. And then what we'll do... Hold on. Go back here, because I have some multiple flights that need to get in here. And we'll put slightly bigger gap in between them. So we're going to be a little less efficient. But hopefully this will allow us to get enough flights in here and get them doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is loading them up and sending them out, without that massive backlog that we had earlier. Because right now we currently just got back on course. Tuesday completes that. Wednesday we'll see if we can look at building some more of the larger flights and see if we can connect the baggage area. Because the baggage area was a concern last time. We're having an issue with the baggage area connecting. Once we get to that, we'll probably be taking a break. I might be back later on today, but you know, we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I don't have much of a following, so anyone watching these videos is probably watching them well after I've already recorded them. So, you know, hopefully get some decent tips on what to do, and hopefully I'm making enough mistakes so you know what not to do at the same time, because obviously I'm making plenty of mistakes. This was This is relevant by the fact that I didn't have people going through my security checkpoint. I guess I can activate this one. That way I can start to utilize it. Set pushback point to where? Like, where would I... Let's see, how does that work? If I want to set my pushback point to there. Okay. Nope. Nope. Can I... Sorry. Can I connect this up to something? No. Nope. Just convert to concrete. And I cannot connect that to anything anymore. So I think there is a limitation on the baggage claim. We'll find out once we free up one of these things. Because see, now this one's telling me about how there's no baggage bay connections. So hopefully... And this one is connected. Let's go and start repairing these guys too. There should be a function here to where we can auto repair as well, so we can just say, hey, let's repair this. see here. Whoa! Someone went a little long on the rollout there. Just a little long. I don't think we're able to expand yet, so I may have overdid this terminal. Well, if I cut this down, I can loop it back over here, and at least then I'll have my setup that I wanted to have. And in a future video, I'll try to build an airport that'll be specifically just the front security area, and then have the terminals going off to the back side of it. So we'll just try to jam pack as many airplanes as we can in here. Obviously, right now I'm just trying to make this stuff work. Crosswind runway may have helped out with some of these delays that we were having. I'm assuming that I'm actually clearing stuff out, but probably not. Looks like a bunch of different things. I don't know. I wish there was a better way to clear out all these things, because it just keeps coming up the same thing. Can't reach a security checkpoint via walls or something. Well, who knows what the issue is there. Just trying to clear it all out. Get it all cleared out. There we go. Oh, well. And we lost a couple contracts due to the fact that we had that backlog going. All right. So we are finishing up on Monday. Tuesday will be our last couple of medium flights coming in, and then after these two medium flights come in, we'll free up the stands, try to get the baggage connection made, and we'll work on getting... I want to see how Tuesday's schedule works, so tomorrow's schedule, and see if we get a backlog again, because the problem that we had before was that we just had too many airplanes coming in and not enough surface area or not enough gates to put all these airplanes in them, which doesn't make sense because they're scheduled per the gate. It may have been an issue with the amount of ramp personnel. I should probably read and figure out specifically what we need to do with the ramp. So if I go to infrastructure, let's go to the stands. Doesn't specifically say how many ramp personnel are required per stand. And I actually don't think you can issue the amount of ramp personnel per stand on these stands. So it's one of those things where I don't know if I have enough ramp personnel. I hired a bunch of ramp personnel to try to help out, but at the same time, don't know if it really did a lot. Well, at least it'll be our first boring night for a while. We don't have the influx of airplanes trying to get in here since they were delayed throughout the day. So it's going to be a quiet night. Let's go ahead and speed up through the night here and see what we're working with here. We got our GA aircraft down here just ticking away fees as they're waiting. We have our fuel tanks, which Jet A is a little low. That was a little light. We have our runway 3618, 927. And we have all of our personnel just standing by, waiting for the day to start, waiting for us to get everything cleaned up. The only concern I have at this point now, though, is that we really don't have a lot of space. Like, we ran out of seating because we were so backlogged on airplanes that I decided to add a lot more seating for one gate, for one individual gate. And I mean, that works, but then, you know, this area here is not going to be able to have any seating. And we're not going to have any areas for restaurants or the sorts. And the restaurants have to be a lot larger than you're anticipating for. I mean, this area here is just, it's set up as 72 meters squared. And if you look at the contract, 72 meters squared is basically nothing. There's nothing there. And there's no reason for it to be nothing. I mean, the area has to be significantly larger than that. And to make it significantly larger, we have to really dedicate a whole area to a restaurant of sorts. We could try to do that. Let's try to do that here in between the security area. We're just going to build a restaurant. We're going to take it all the way down and try to make it as big as possible and see what kind of contract we can get in there. So we won't take it all the way to the security checkpoint because they won't have a way to get in there. But we'll just try to make it a little bit larger than the other rooms were. Let's put a big door on there, large door, because we want a lot of people to be able to come in here. Oh no, put a medium door on either side. There we go. And let's dedicate this as an actual food area. Alright, so with that as a food area, let's wait for this to finish being built, and we can look and see what kind of contracts it can handle as a 240 meter squared sized room. Just waiting on the last door, I guess. Okay, well, let's put some items in here and see what we can do. So, zoom in here and get a good look at this counter this time, because last time I messed it up with how I put it in. So I'm going to put in a double counter. Let's put in a fridge display at the end here. And let's see if we can actually get a contract in here, or if we're just all screwed up and I haven't done any of this properly. Because there is other items, for some reason I can't get to this little stove-looking thing, which I don't know specifically what it does. Oh, there we go. So now I can sign a contract. So it looks like we do have the size to do a little bit more. I can get the Valentino, which needs a fridge. Needs a few more fridges. Bean is large enough. Try to go for one of these 3 stars, but it looks like each one of the 3 stars needs 6 fridges, which I'm fine with. Oh. Surprised they let me click that far into it. So let's add 4 more fridges, and then we can at least get this working. 3. Okay, so it has that many fridges. Let's also, well, let's put some more Just a couple more counters in here as well. Here we can put some armchairs in here, places to sit down and relax. Might as well. Not so much gate seating. Let's put some sofas. Then you can start to see where anyone that's OCD is going to look at this and get a little bit frustrated. All right, so now let's sign a contract. These guys, sign the contract. All right. So we signed a contract. We have some places to grab food. Lots of staff in here, and lots of places to sit. Let's always don't know where to go to find this stuff. I know it's part of construction. Let's dismiss all and let's deploy. Oh, hold control to increase by 10. We're going to deploy 14 contractors only. All right, so this area filled up pretty quick with people getting food and trying to get all the stuff they need. Okay, so we should be. So we had no delays. We just spaced out our flights a little bit, and that helped out. And we're actually getting a good flow of income coming in here. Still don't know why I can't connect this. Oh, that would be why. So if I open it up to commercial flights, at that point, then I can connect to a baggage bay, which I will connect up here. Now we're connected. I don't know if I have to back connect. So, glad I figured that problem out. So now we have this thing connected. We can actually start scheduling flights to this gate here now. And it's labeled as www because apparently I did that somehow. Probably because I was moving around here. We'll call this Gate Bravo 1. And since I can do that, let's change all the gate names. So this one will be Alpha 1. Alpha 2. And so on. Alpha 3. Alpha 4. Maybe that's the problem, is they don't know where they're going because they don't know which gate they need to go to. Alpha 5. And now that's Bravo 1. Cool. All right. So we got this somewhat sorted out, and once we get this last flight done, that should close. Yeah. Sweet. So now I can actually connect the baggage bay. Boom. All right. So now everyone does have baggage service. So let's go in here and actually start getting some contracts going. Let's. Oh, nope. There we go. Let's pause the game. Okay, so we realized that we had issues last time as we were messing with these contracts, and we put way too many flights too close together. So what we're going to try to do now is let's go for these 3-star contracts to see if we can't fulfill the need. So it needs 16 medium-class flights requiring a medium stand, must be completed within 3 days. All right, so let's go ahead and sign this one and get this one set up. It's a 3-star contract, so hopefully by completing it, we will make a pretty decent amount of money. So we have 16 flights. They're all medium, and they need to be completed within 3 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to start them. And this is just basically going to take up... Let's scatter them out just a little bit. And when that last guy is coming off, that's when we'll plan this next guy. And we'll just try to do the same thing. I mean, it's not science by any means. We're just trying to schedule the gates up throughout the day. So if I need 3 days to do this, I can schedule all 9 flights in 1 day. So if I go to Thursday, I'll be able to schedule them exactly the same, and I'll have room to spare. And by situating it this way, hopefully what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit more consistency with our flights and not be as delayed as they were last time we did this. Okay, so we've scheduled a good amount of medium flights. Let's see if we can get some light flights or just one that is a repetitive flight with 3 stars. The problem is there's a lot of medium flights with 3 stars, and that's what we really would like to do, but at the same time, 8 successful flights must happen within 11 days. We should be able to get that done, considering that all we got to do is go to our board on Thursday and schedule that flight here. And I think I have another one here. Well, this is a light flight. Let's go. There we are. We're on Tuesday now. We'll just go to Wednesday. So if I schedule this one as the first flight out every day off gate A1, then that will work there. So that one should easily be completed within that period of time. 5 medium flights. Really just would love to get these light flights taken care of. Nope. Let's go back to contracts here. So let's just keep looking at cheap when we talk about light flights and try to schedule as much of these as we can. We've kind of got our medium scheduled for the next few days, so we can focus on some of these smaller contracts for light flights versus medium flights. I do have plenty of medium flights. So let's get this all scheduled out and see what we can do here. So by offsetting that, we should be good there, and let's just start scheduling these bad boys in between here. And I also need to, whenever I go back to the terminal, I'll put a... So only scheduling about three of the medium flights per day and 4 of the smaller flights per day. It does seem to be a little bit, hopefully a little bit more efficient. I was jam-packing these flights in there like it was the holidays, but, you know, I don't think it's really needed. We'll make this the last one out every day, and then there you go. So now Wednesday's booked up. We can work on some light flights for Thursday and maybe some medium flights for Thursday. And then Friday we're back at it again, looking at the scheduling. Let's go back and let's crank the speed up on this one and try to do some changes to the area to make it look like it's a little bit more like an airport. It's like our airport screens here. So people know, hey, that's one of my flights coming in. Let's get a information desk here. And here. And behind those information desks, we're going to put some of these screens because things work. And here, let's connect these things to baggage bays because we don't have any scheduled flights yet. Or can I connect them? Clear connection. Nope, that's the only one you can connect to. I just don't know how people get into these baggage bays to get their bags. I mean, I know they're walking through the where the baggage thing is, but you would think you don't need people inside of this actual baggage bay. So basically we just got to figure out specifically what I broke to make this happen. I mean, we did tear down the wall. I don't know what this shadow is, but we did basically break down the wall to make this thing work because it had to be indoors, yet it had to be accessible by the vehicle. So it looks like the vehicle needs to come indoors on either side of this. So realistically, I should have made a room that was big enough for it to go all the way around. But, you know, you live, you learn. This, I really wish I would have put it a little bit better in here. I think I'm going to have a hard time getting the belts connected up, but, I mean, they should still work regardless, hopefully, because we'll have to go baggage belt, underground belt at this point, and reverse the flow of it, and take it. Well, let's take it this way, and then let's reverse it, make it go this way, and then like that. So they'll come underground and go through there. Hopefully. We'll see if this works. So it's now autumn time. Surprised they haven't asked me to set up snow plows and stuff like that in my vehicle depot here. Now I just have the fuel trucks. And that may be a limitation as well. I mean, I am light on fuel, so I need to request extra fuel here so I can load it up and pay to have all these people fuel up their airplanes here. Up. Going that fast really screws me up. And I don't know how I got all these green dots on here. Unless it's the same person, flew out, came back, and now we're looking at them again. We are at least getting a pretty decent income. The baggage bay, I really wish I could figure this out. I don't know what this guy's got. This huge shard on his back. Looks like a screwed up hammer or pickaxe being glitched out. And then here, I got someone basically stuck inside of the baggage claim. So my baggage claim probably isn't working correctly. I probably need to work on it and get it where it's working properly. Doesn't appear to be working properly at this point. But we finally figured out the security checkpoints. So at least those things are working now. And it looks like there's plenty of seats here for people to sit down, and people are enjoying the restaurant here, as I have a lot of people running around enjoying this. Does seem like I do have random green trails on everyone. But as of right now, it does look like most of everything is working. I mean, we still have an issue with the taxiway node not connecting here on runway 18. We can try for... And now I'm already running late again. And I really wish I knew why I was running late. No, don't delay that guy. Why is he late? Bag is stuck on the conveyor belt. Yeah. So this isn't going to work. Because the conveyor belts need to go... They can't go in that way, I guess. So what we'll have to do... let's fix this, and then once we fix this, I'm going to be done for the day. Or at least done for this session. So what we'll do... Is it because this one's going the wrong way? That might be the only reason, then we could fix it. Let's go underground belt, control click, fix that one. And let's see, once it fixes... No, don't delay that guy. All right. Everyone's running late again. Why is everyone run late again? This doesn't make any sense. It's very confusing. Windy conditions. It is windy, but I have multiple runways. These are airliners. They should be able to. And I get all the bags that are stuck. Very concerning. Yes, I got it. Okay. So maybe it is the amount of gate personnel, or maybe it's the fact that we need an extra fuel truck, and the fuel truck's causing stuff to get delayed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another Jet A fuel truck and see if that's the issue. We'll figure it out. It'll take us some time, but we'll be able to figure this out. Hopefully is the key word. All right. Procurement. Let's order another Jet 1A truck. Okay. So, we're working on this belt system. Let's see if this thing has now been removed so we can get this taken care of. It has not. Control, click. Okay. Okay. So now, let's rotate it this way and see if it works. Maybe it's a problem with the whole belt system wasn't working properly. Let's find out. It does not appear to be the case. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take a wall. All right. Let's get this done then. Let's do that. Let's bulldoze that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to have to change the dimensions of this area and make it to where this works, because it's not going to work any other way. So if I do an over-the-ground belt, first of all I need to control and remove all that. No, don't delay flights anymore. I'm done delaying flights. Well, that worked up until the point where they know they need to remove it. Cool. So there we go. So now we'll just put this overground belt system in here, and that should allow all this stuff to work. And since we created a little bit more space than we needed to, let's go ahead and add some airport screens back here. Might as well, right? I mean, it's here. All right, areas. All right, let's see if we can get this fixed. I get it. Okay, everything's stuck on the conveyor belt. Got it. We're working on fixing that right now. Alright. Okay, so we got a new truck. So with a new truck, we should be able to fuel planes up a little bit faster, and that might help with the issue, because we only had one fuel truck servicing about 7 gates. So we're going to assume that we are going to eventually clean this area up with all this added stuff. Okay, what's the problem now? We should have baggage belts. Overground belt. Oh, seriously. Rotating it. Okay. So it looks like we just had one. Okay. All right. Let's make this work. This is getting a little bit tiresome looking at this. And I think what we need to also do is oh, come on. So overground belt and control. We'll delete those two. And then hopefully what we'll be able to do is fix this. Okay, so what we have here now is we now have a system that should all connect up. It should flow easily to the underground portion, and the underground portion should carry it through the system. Oh boy. That is a lot of passengers trying to pick up their bags. I may need a bit bigger baggage claim or pickup area. Once we get this figured out, hopefully we'll be able to... Okay. That's because these conveyor belts haven't been built yet. There we go. Come on. Let's go, guys. Build this stuff. Wait for one more thing to get built. Hopefully this will change everything and make it to where it works. Or it won't. I mean, either way, this should have worked. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make this baggage claim area now. First off, let's do this. Let's delete the room. Okay. Area, baggage claim. And now let's take this turnstile. Trying to figure this out is the hardest part. I'm at a complete loss because I'm getting nothing but delays now. Maybe I've grown a lot quicker or a lot larger than I need to grow. So baggage belt, let's do overground belts, and let's just delete this whole section here. Okay, come on. Work with me, not against me. Everyone's late now, too. And I think it has something to do with the fuel situation, or maybe it's the gate situation. I mean, there realistically is no one waiting anywhere that I can see, so these delays are kind of not as bad as they are, but if I look at my fuel... Maybe the fuel is causing an issue. I don't know. Or the baggage handling is causing an issue. Looks like this baggage backlog did clear itself out, so that's good. So let's go into the baggage belts here, and I want to control, delete that, control, delete that. What I want to do is I want to do an over the ground. We're going to cut from here, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to go here. Okay, and then I want to delete those two for now. Let's see if we can actually get this fixed. I really would like to get this fixed. You know, this is seems like it'd be a pretty easy thing to have working properly, but it seems like right now it's just not going to work properly at all. May have to delete this whole entire underground belt system here too as well, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's try to prevent this from being overly stupid and overly complicated. And we'll delete from here to here as well. I may just take it to the north and actually tie it back in here. The problem is you see this system. This is the underground. So the underground system should run it there. It should not run it there. It should turn around. It's trying to make too many connections where it shouldn't be connecting to. So while we do this, need... Or I may have just screwed this up completely. We'll find out. Okay, so if we want to rotate this one to where it's going down, rotate that one to where it's going up, we're good there. So this should be a closed loop system, theoretically. Then if I do underground belts, that should go like that. That should complete that system. And then let's do this. Whatever, let's run this belt up. Communicate and place the wall. See, that's the problem, is that belt right there is still there. Okay, so we have a complete circle here. So if I do baggage belts, overground, and I do that, then we should have a connection. Toggle my conveyor belts to find out, because this one's going all the way that way. So it might be this one here is causing the problem, because it's still going straight instead of turning with this. So let me remove that one now and see if we can't try to fix this a little bit and make it to where the bag... Alright, so let's delete those two. It may cause another headache and then we have to fix it and blah-see blah. Doesn't look so. Looks like we should be able to just go like that. Looks like we may be working here. Sweet. Okay, so baggage belts. Underground belts. Let's rotate this. And let's go all the way up to here. Oh. Sorry about that. All right, come on. Let's go to the underground belts, and we can get it to where we rotate it here. Okay, we may actually be able to figure it out this time. Maybe. Looks like it may work out. It's been the biggest headache of this whole entire equation, has been trying to get this to where it works. And it looks like bags are coming through here. The only problem is it doesn't look like people are actually trying to take their bags off the conveyor belt. And that can cause a problem, because now they're back here in this area, which doesn't make sense. Getting ran over by security vehicles and stuff of the sorts. Looks like a few bags have been left out here on the ground. So, yeah. Who knows what's going on out here? Because obviously I don't know. I'm just trying to make it to where we're getting at least enough money in to fix stuff and make stuff work. Nope. That's not what I want to do. Repair. Repair. Okay, so on a positive note, we were able to get all of our airplanes in and out of the gates and cleaning up our backlog of aircraft. On a downside, we still haven't figured out this entire baggage system, how it works, and what exactly we need to do to make sure that this loop works. And people can pick their bags up from the outside area instead of keep going in. I don't know how they're getting through. I guess through the actual baggage conveyor belt. They're sneaking in through the tiny hole there and crawling through and picking up their bags. I don't know. We are getting a lot of errors of people not being able to pick up their bags. The stuff being stuck on the conveyor belts should have been cleared up because we were able to clear that up. But at the same time, you know, we're not getting enough flights in. We're not getting enough stuff in here efficiently. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and call it here for the day. We've ordered a lot of pieces. We've basically started on the 9-degree turn here, started on our new terminal area, added one additional gate. We added the crosswind runway, runway 927 here. And we have tried to connect up a lot of these taxiway nodes and kind of a bigger area in the back here for more gates so we can have more aircraft. But before we can do any of that, we need to figure out exactly what's going wrong with our baggage claim. People being in the baggage claim area where the vehicles go is probably not a good thing. So I need to do some research to figure out specifically how I need to fix this, or I have to start from scratch. Our restaurant is looking like it is working. It is somewhat profitable. It is clean, so that's good. We figured out about the security areas and that we need 4 people to run it instead of just 2. We also further figured out exactly what the issues were with connecting all this stuff up. Still don't know about the taxiway node up here with the runway for 18 at the end here. We're just having issues with that all around. And but we are seeing a profit gain. You know, we're making $234,000 an hour. So that's always good. But on the downside is we haven't figured this baggage thing out. So we probably have a lot of very upset passengers sitting around being agitated about everything that's going on. So we'll see if we can show back up later on the day. If not, I will be playing... I personally will be playing WoW tonight for my raid, and I'll probably be streaming that. So if anyone is interested in that kind of gaming, they can easily watch that tonight at around 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I won't be doing any talking, so that'll be good for people to hear. But the guildmates do tend to make a lot of ludicrous comments, and it does make for an interesting, entertaining time. So hopefully someone enjoyed what they saw in this video. If so, please, you know, let me know what works, what doesn't work. If you have any tips, please definitely send me a message in game and let me, or not in game, send me a message here on Twitch and see if I can improve. And anything that would improve the stream quality, definitely let me know as well. And I hope everyone has a good day. And who knows, might see you around next time. All right. So on that note, bye.